Uganda. What's a landlocked African nation got to do with India? Actually, PM Modi's speech at Ugandan Parliament makes total sense because Gujarati business people make up a huge portion of Ugandan Indians. In fact, Uganda's richest person is Sudhir Ruparelia, the son of a Gujarati business family. Though Ugandan Indians make up less than 1% of Uganda's population today, they account for 65% of Uganda's tax revenue. Sounds incredible. But in 1970, Ugandan Indians accounted for 90% of the country's tax revenue and owned 90% of its businesses. Back then, they numbered around 80,000 compared to just 20,000 today. So what caused such a drastic drop in a successful population? Ever since the British took Indians to Uganda as indentured laborers around 100 years ago, Ugandan Indians have lived there and made it their home. But in 1972, Ugandan military dictator Idi Amin took over a legacy of Indophobia. He ordered a purge of Indians from the country within 90 days. The charges were that Indians didn't integrate into Ugandan culture and they were sucking the economy dry. Bloodsuckers who have milked the Ugandan economy of its wealth. I will make any remaining Indians feel as if they are sitting on a fire.
About 50,000 Asians who had lived in Uganda for many years were given 90 days to leave the country. Idi Amin accused them of milking the economy of its wealth.
Their businesses, homes and wealth were redistributed among native Ugandans, and Indians fled mostly to Britain and Canada. Ugandan Indians had been made scapegoats for the country's economic underperformance. Even ordinary Ugandans found it easy to blame the suspiciously wealthy foreigners for the country's troubles. So Ugandan Indians fled. But with Amin's brutal dictatorship, even educated native Ugandans left. The Ugandan economy felt this double whammy of the brain drain and the wiping out of its commercial class overnight. It plunged soon after, losing as much as 5 GDP points between 72 and 75. In 1986, President Museveni finally put out a call to the Ugandan Indians that had been exiled. Come back and you'll have your lands, businesses and homes returned to you. While most of those who fled the country didn't return, a substantial number did, and they're now thriving. Ugandan Indians' economic participation has since soared to where it is now, bringing in 65% of the tax revenues while making up less than 1% of the population. So no wonder the PM is on his second visit to Uganda.